All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about a tool that's both super powerful and, surprisingly simple. If you're looking for a trading strategy that just plain works, you've definitely come to the right place.
So take a look at this number. Now you might be thinking, okay, what's the story here? Well, that's the total profit from just a handful of trades. Sounds pretty good, right? But the crazy part isn't just the amount, it's how fast it was all made.
Yep, you heard that right. A grand total of 15 seconds of actual trading time. We're not talking about some long, drawn-out strategy here. This is all about seeing a signal, acting fast, and getting it done.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about why this tool is like a secret weapon for beginners. Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of reading the signals. After that, we'll see it in action with 3 real trades. And finally, and this is super important, we'll cover the real wisdom every trader needs to hear.
Okay, so let's name this mystery tool. It's the RSI indicator. But, there are a million indicators out there. So why this one? What makes the RSI so special, especially when you're just starting out?
Well, you don't have to take my word for it. Our source material says it best. It's the most tested, classic, easy to learn, and effective indicator out there. I mean, you can't get a better endorsement than that. It's a trusted tool for a reason, a real solid foundation.
Okay, theory's great, but let's get our hands dirty. This next part is your step-by-step guide. We're going to set up the RSI and, more importantly, figure out what the heck it's actually trying to tell us.
So the official name is the Relative Strength Index, or RSI for short. Think of it like a speedometer for the market. Its whole job is to tell you if things are moving too fast in one direction. Basically, if an asset is overbought or oversold. And getting this on your chart is ridiculously easy. Seriously, you just click the little indicator icon, pick RSI from the menu, and then just hit OK on the default settings. You don't have to mess with anything, it's ready to go right out of the box.
Okay, this is it, the core rule. And honestly, it's super simple. Below your chart, you've got this violet line moving around. You just need to watch 2 other lines, a green one up top and a red one at the bottom. Here's the play. When that violet line dips down and touches the red line, it's a signal that the market is oversold and the price could be about to bounce back up. That's your cue to buy. And conversely, when the violet line climbs all the way up and hits that green line, it means the market's overbought and might be ready to drop. So what do? You sell. That's the whole game, right there.
Okay, so the theory makes sense, right? But seeing is believing. So let's watch this exact rule play out in the 3 successful trades from our source.
All right, first up, a trade on the Smarty Index. The trader's just waiting, watching that RSI, waiting for the signal. There it is. The trade is placed, and boom, the result comes in almost instantly.
And you can just feel the excitement in the source material, right? Instant profit, boss, just like that. It just perfectly captures how quick and clean it can be when the signal hits.
And there's the proof in the pudding. A quick profit of 258 pesos in 5 seconds. Just a perfect, clean execution of the strategy.
Okay, round 2. We're sticking with the Smarty Index, just waiting for that next perfect setup to appear.
And again, the process is exactly the same. Wait for the signal, then act. The source puts it so simply. It's just like that. And that really drives the point home. The hard part isn't some crazy analysis. It's having the discipline to wait.
And what does that discipline get you? An even bigger win this time, 430 pesos. This really shows you it's not just a one-off fluke. Apply the rule and you can get consistent results.
Okay, for our last example, we're switching things up and looking at the football index. And this is a really important point. It shows this strategy isn't a one-trick pony. The principle works across different markets.
So, same story, different market. The RSI hits the signal level, the trade goes in, and the outcome is another win. As the source says, we earned, boss. Simple as that. And that last trade adds another 177 pesos to the pot. So when you add it all up, we're right back at that big number we saw at the very beginning. 3 trades, 3 wins, all thanks to one simple indicator.
Okay, so it's really easy to see those wins and get super excited. But hold on, because what we're about to talk about is probably the most important part of this whole thing. This is the real wisdom, the stuff that goes way beyond just reading signals on a chart. And this is absolutely critical to understand. First off, no indicator, not even the RSI, is right 100% of the time. This is just not going to happen. Second, you have to be patient. Sometimes you'll be waiting a long time for a good signal. Don't force it.
Third, and you have to get this through your head, you are going to lose sometimes. It's just part of the game. And finally, the source makes this incredible point. You don't learn real discipline until you're trading with real money. That's when it all becomes real.
So there you have it. We've looked at the tool, we've walked through the strategy, and we've talked about the right mindset. You've seen how it works, so now the question isn't about the indicator anymore. It's about you. What will your first trade be?